seeing how long and straight we can hit it here on the... Is today Tuesday or Wednesday? I've lost track of my life already. Today is Tuesday. Thank you very much. Let me write that down here on the page so I can remember. It is Tuesday. Is it the 24th?
Correct, the 24th.
Do you win anything for getting 2 out of 2 right there, Brad? Tuesday the 24th here on the Jerry Doyle Show. I don't know why I'm thinking it's Wednesday, but maybe that's just my projections about how far along in the week I was hoping we are. But here we are, Tuesday on the program. Good to have you on board. We do always appreciate when you take some of your time to spend it with us here on the program, where we like our flying a little turbulent, our women a little crazy, our politics a little messy. Marcella working the dials for us, as always. Brad producing the show. Emails at the website, jerrydoyle.com. And the poll question that's up there for you today. The latest news on the fiscal solvency of Social Security and Medicare is troubling, to say the least. Treasury Secretary Geithner says, quote, "It is critical that reforms are slowly phased in over time," end quote. You say, 13% of you, nothing to fear. Congress is here. 19% say, I smell a benefit reduction coming. And 68% say, it is neither secure nor do they care. Your answer there at the website or here at 800-876-4123. That was a little play on words there. Did you get it? Social Security, neither secure. Medicare, they don't care. Get it?
Oh,
okay.
I get it.
Hello,
yeah,
Mr.
Yeah,
Hello, Mr. Obvious. Welcome to the program. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thanks for playing. Try the veal. We'll be here all week. Well, at least until they throw us off the air. We'll be here all week. And this is in a follow-up to what we were talking about yesterday with the government sniffing around your 401ks, your pension accounts, the $18 trillion of assets that are there, that you've put there for yourself for that rainy day or the day when you decide to pull the plug and say, I'm done, I'm going to retire. And they're trying to reduce the debt, the $16 trillion in debt, by tapping into your retirement accounts. Well, by the way, we're going to talk about that with Lynn Dudley. She's a senior VP of policy for the American Benefits Council a little bit later in the program. But in light of that, I wanted to give you the even better news today that, well, let's say they raid your 401k account. Let's say they just take it all, which is what they'd really like to do. I mean, government looks at us as just impediments, speed bumps, spike strips in the way of their complete and total control of our lives. Every aspect of it, every nook and cranny of the English muffins of our lives, they want to worm their way into and somehow say that they know how to do it better than we do. So you say, all right, so let's say they take my 401k, or they take a big chunk of my 401k. Well, I've still got Social Security, right? Do you? Now, there's a reason Social Security, and this is, again, in the bigger construct of what we're looking at with government running roughshod over the people, where in a certain way they're trying to tell us that they're going to make our lives better, that we're going to be afforded a more dignified retirement, we'll have better health care, our kids will be better educated, we'll be able to better compete in the global economy, all because they're doing it for us. They're showing us the way. And there was an interesting article talking about how government is attempting and succeeding in a certain way at making poverty more comfortable. Think about that concept. Making poverty more comfortable. You're not eating exactly what you want to eat, but you're not starving. You're not living in the home of your dreams, but you're not in a lean-to in the same zip code as Ted Kaczynski before he assumed room temperature. You're not getting the best education, but you're not starring in a reality show like the Jersey Shore. And you're not necessarily going to have the retirement that you'd like, but you're going to have something. You're going to have a little stipend. Thanks for the efforts. So now Social Security. We say, well, at least I got that to look forward to. Social Security is going to be there for me. Well, the new numbers, as we know, that come out from time to time, don't ever show that it's going in the right direction, meaning that they've extended the life of Social Security, that they've extended the doomsday date where they can no longer afford to pay the benefits that they've promised. And the same thing with Social Security. Now, the trust funds of Social Security and Medicare, the two programs in one. What was that commercial? Was that for a mint or a gum? It's two mints in one.
Yeah, double mint.
Was it
double mint, maybe.
Double mint?
Maybe.
Was it a gum? All right, whatever. So we got two government programs in one, Social Security and Medicare. They're going to run dry in 2033. Now, that's not that long until the date is upon us. But in government, and as slow as they work, unless, of course, they want to do a $25 billion bailout fine to cover up the crime of the century with regard to housing and bailing out the crooks on Wall Street and the cronies on Capitol Hill. They can get that done in 14 months. But fixing Social Security, we'll push it down the road, kick it down the road. We'll see how far we can play this out. But when you separate them out, when you look at the realities of what the real numbers are, we're looking at Social Security 2035, the disability portion of Social Security 2016. Oh, that's an election year. Oh, this is an election year. I wonder if anything's going to get done. No, it's not. So now we know that these two programs are on a path to fiscal insolvency. Now, you have to understand why Social Security is not carried on the books of our esteemed government. Because they can increase, decrease, or eliminate your Social Security benefit at any time they so choose. Think about that. We just decided that we're not going to pay you your Social Security anymore. Just like we decided we're going to look into stealing the money out of your 401k. And you go, but I've been paying into it for all these years, and it comes time to get Social Security, and what do you mean it's not there? Well, it's there, but it's not there in the there sense that you might be familiar with. Now, what is Timmy Geithner, this crooked Treasury Secretary that we have, son of Shifty, the former crooked Treasury Secretary, Hank Paulson, Shifty Paulson under George Bush? When you listen to Tim Geithner's comments, and oh, by the way, he's one of the trustees who oversees the Social Security program, along with Labor Secretary Hilda Solis and Health and Human Service Secretary Catherine Sebelius. There's two public trustees, and I can't even tell you what kind of weight they have on this commission. But Tim Geithner said this: it's critical that reforms are slowly phased in over time, so current beneficiaries are not affected, and future beneficiaries do not experience precipitous changes. Now think about that for a second. If they decided to cut Social Security benefits by 25% today, there would be a huge uproar by the current recipients of Social Security. 70 million checks a month going out. That would be something politicians would feel the force of, the blowback from the voters, or at least I'd like to think they would, that we would vote every one of them out of office. But slowly over time, somewhere down the road, the future beneficiaries, not going to hit them just yet. If we tell them 12 years, 15 years, 17 years, 20 years, you might be looking at a reduction in your Social Security benefits of about 25 or 30%. Well, it gives people time to roll it around in their noggin. It gives people time to prepare for it. It gives people a time to lose their outrage and extend people's political careers. But the reality is, nothing's going to happen before this election year, even though the trustees have gotten a report that said this is something that has to be acted on immediately. Immediately. Lawmakers should not delay addressing the long-run financial challenges facing Social Security and Medicare, the report says. If they take action sooner rather than later, more options and more time will be available to phase in changes so that the public has adequate time to prepare. To prepare for what? Something better? No, something worse. Because if Congress is going to be involved in solving the problem which they helped to create in the first place with Social Security, which is the worst program ever created by government to make people dependent on government, and now this government, this administration, even more so making more people more dependent on government, they're not going to do anything to make it better for us. They're going to take from us to make it better for others under the guise of fairness. Barack Obama was asked the question about Social Security on 60 Minutes. Social Security is rock solid, folks. You never have to worry about it. What's the Democrats' argument about you and I putting our own money away into our own retirement accounts to plan for our own financial future? Is that we're too stupid to handle our own money? Well, what if you invest in XYZ and it has a significant downturn? What if you invested in the stock market and the stock market crashed right around the time you were retiring? We can't afford to let people have those kind of financial inconsistencies in their lives. They have to be able to plan for the future. And Social Security is something that, without question, is going to be there when it comes time for you to live the American dream with regard to retirement. This was the question that Scott Pelley asked of our president with regard to Social Security.
Can you tell the folks at home that no matter what happens, the Social Security checks are going to go out on August the 3rd? There are about $20 billion worth of Social Security checks that have to go out the day after the government is supposedly going to go into default.
Well, this is not just a matter of Social Security checks. These are veterans' checks. These are folks on disability and their checks. There are about 70 million checks that go out.
Can you guarantee, as president, those checks will go out on August the 3rd?
I cannot guarantee that those checks go out on August 3rd if we haven't resolved this issue, because there may simply not be the money in the coffers to do it.
And we continue to have them steal 15% from our paychecks each and every pay period. Half the money coming from us, half the money coming from the employer. All of the money coming for you if you're self-employed, have your own business. Each and every paycheck, they steal 15% of our money to put it into something that's called Social Security, which is not secure. And now we hear from the president, yet again, that, well, I can't guarantee that you're going to get your money that we stole from you in the first place that we promised to pay you. And within 4 years, folks, there are going to be automatic cuts to people receiving disability benefits because this government can't get its act in gear.
Yes, only new certs gives you two mints in one.
Jerry Doyle.
Two failed government programs in one, scheduled to go bust in 2033. If they don't act within 4 years, those checks are going to be cut or disappear. And we stand there like Steve Martin in the movie L.A. Story. Hi, my name's Bob. I'll be your robber today. And as he takes the money out of the ATM, he hands it to the robber. That's exactly what the government is doing to us. Hi, my name is Uncle Sam. I'll be stealing your money today. And like Wimpy, I'd be glad to have a hamburger today, and I'd be happy to pay you on Tuesday. The only problem is Tuesday might never come. 800-876-4123. Stick with me.